Hello guys, today we're gonna act YouTube Shorts Part 1.
Pirate stealing a package off my doorstep. But what he doesn't know is that I'm also a pirate stealing a package off of his doorstep and secretly leaving his orders in front of his neighbor's door, so he thinks Kelly in apartment 1804 is the real culprit. You see, I've been collecting his packages for quite some time, but I'm not interested in stealing his belongings. It's the boxes I'm after. Because I've
Why?
devised a genius plan to get revenge on him once and for all. The plan is simple. Step 1, steal his boxes. Step 2, build a box fort disguised as a very tempting stack of deliveries outside my front door for me to hide in. Step 3, stake out the place until he comes by to steal them so I can, step 4, jump out and perform a citizen's arrest. So I waited and waited for days and he never showed. But you know who did? Kelly from apartment 1804. This
What?
is a porch pirate.
This is the first ever Nerds Cafe, and everything on the menu is colorful and delicious. And of course, the cafe is located in Tokyo, Japan, because it's a collab with Shinako, a famous Japanese influencer, and she actually handmade everything on the menu. I ended up getting the Berry Berry Night Flow. On the top, it's surrounded by a berry Nerds roll, and Nerds ice cream that tasted like cotton candy. And the bottom had colorful soda. But when I finally tried it, this nerd couldn't believe what I did to his kind. This is the first ever Nerd.
Hey babe, I'll give you $500 if you can ride that for 10 seconds without falling.
Bet.
You get 2 tries.
It's gonna fall in 2 seconds. Oh yeah.
This man has a unique job. Every single night he positions himself on this runway with 2 batons in his hands. His job is to guide the plane, and it may seem easy, but it's actually quite challenging. The first safety vehicle arrives, followed by the plane, and gradually the man guides the plane to land perfectly on the yellow line. Initially, he signals with his left hand to move a little to the left, then gives the signal for the plane to move forward. He then slows his movements, indicating that the plane should slow down until he signals to stop completely. Beautiful. This man has a unique...
Everyone in your class has to give a presentation. Should you go first or last? Your friend John volunteers to go first. Luckily, your teacher grades him easily because she has nobody to compare him to. He then sits and relaxes for the rest of class. Your friend Emily goes last. She was nervous all period, and she notices the presenters before her already made some of her points. My advice, go second or third. Observe the first presenter so you know what to expect, adjust accordingly, then get it over with so you have time to follow for more tips. Everyone in your class has to give a presentation. Should you go first or last? Your friend John
said that he wanted to be bullied in school. So the barber committed an absolute war crime against humanity, violating the Geneva Convention and perhaps starting World War III with this catastrophic...
Age 4. Age 9. Age 12. Age 14. Age 16. 40 million. Age 91 million. 22 27, 95, 29, 40.
Blimps are making a comeback after almost 80 years, but you won't like how much the ticket costs. So as you might know, the last time you could book a ticket on a blimp was 80 years ago. Because after one caught fire and burst into flames, everyone started preferring airplanes. But planes crash too. So how much more dangerous are blimps? Well, back then, airlines filled blimps with hydrogen, which is a very flammable and light gas that allowed massive ships to float. But today, we have lots of helium, which means it's possible to create safe, zero-carbon airships that transport huge weight, which might make you think it's
Can you really cook bread in a mailbox? Recently, temperatures on the West Coast have reached over 100 degrees, and this granny was caught baking bread in her mailbox. I wanted to know if this was true, so I stole my neighbor's mailbox, put it out in direct sunlight, and tested it out. I greased the inside of the mailbox and put some bread dough in and let the sun do its work. After a few hours of baking, I checked the internal temperature of the mailbox, and it was only slightly over 100 degrees, and the package says that it needs at least 350 degrees to bake the bread. So I painted the mailbox with the world's blackest paint to see if that would make it hotter. And indeed it did. We almost got up to 200 degrees. And after several hours of baking in the sun, it's time to check on our bread. It's raw. Can you really cook bread in a mailbox?
Got his head stuck in here. Wow, look at that.
Oh, don't pull it.
How's that safe? That's not safe.
But
Yeah.
don't do
I'm just so sick of
just
being right
climb
all
up
the
and just get it.
Oh, that's your head out of head. Oh my god.
This chef is super skilled. As you can see,
This chef starts off by melting ice cubes on a pan. She then adds
So
ice
deep.
shavings and even chops up a popsicle. She then pours it all back into the pan and starts whisking. But that's not all. She adds more ice cubes into a glass and pours the concoction in it. She then pours water into a smaller cup and foams it up, pours it into the main glass, and adds more shavings. The end product looks so refreshing. If you'd like to try this, subscribe. This chef is
You
super
took all of
skilled.
that
As you
just
can
for
see,
that.
Which bullet is stronger? The airsoft BBs or the gel blasters? Round 1, toilet paper. First airsoft, now gel. They both went straight through, but the airsoft left a bigger hole. Round 2, paper towel, airsoft. Gel. This time the airsoft bounced off and the gel went through. What the flip? Okay, round 3, loose leaf, airsoft, then gel. Okay, what the flippity flip, guys?